this is our Lazarus match. So the loser is out of ASL Vanguard League, and the winner has another chance in the final match of the night. We are on Coda. This is our ZVP, and in the bottom right-hand corner, it is our green ASL buddy. It is NeuralisK.
Dun dun dun! It's my favorite sound effect. Obviously, Saber played that in the background. But in the top left-hand corner of Coda, it is the blue Protoss player we just saw go down. It is the one, the only, tnerb. Come on, Tiazo, get yourself together, man. None of you can see it, but he's just laughing and kicks himself. You can't do that. You gotta, like, never mute yourself as a cat. Comes through is just you.
No, I have to pull a Caleris sometimes because that was really funny. Neuro going for a 14 pool.
Yeah, that's another. Stole it right out of my mouth here. NeuralisK will drone scout though. It's like the cautious 14 pool. You're like, I'm gonna 14 pool, but I'm gonna make sure I can 14 pool. He may. Oh, well, nah, yeah. Unless he proxy hatches the natural, which he very well could. I doubt it's really gonna do much. No, he's going home. He's completely going home here. And by the way, everyone, the ASL Vanguard League little symbol in the middle of the map is quite beautiful.
Oh yeah, that is really nice.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Nice job, Saber. But actually for NeuralisK, yes, he did do a 14 pool, but it was not a 14 gas. I was expecting maybe 14-14, but not going to do that. Just going to push out these lings. And I mean, yes, you can be aggressive, but it's not a long-term aggression unless your opponent goes like Nexus first, and I mean like Pylon Gateway into Nexus or Pylon into Nexus, then this is kind of just like a really, really super safe build, essentially.
Yeah, this is a fantastic way to deal with like a cannon rush. But with that drone scout, seeing that that's not what is on the way, I don't know if I like this that much. I mean, you're playing against Protoss, so there's no SCV to snipe to deny the building command center. Like, the Nexus is going to continue building no matter what you do, and 4 lings isn't enough to DPS it down. He engages the probe here in the mid-map, and he's going to get that. But it's a weird play from NeuralisK. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous that he's still really tilted and isn't going to be playing at his best this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I am a little bit worried about that. I think this could be a very cool strategy from him, but we're going to have to see. He is taking 1 gas now and does have 3 drones in it, but really hasn't shown too much of his hand yet. While on the other side for tnerb, hasn't really chosen his tech choice, but definitely is getting up a strong economy and doing a pretty normal gateway expand. It's actually interesting going for a second gate already, but actually these lings may get into the main base. They do. Probe was not ready for that. It could have been with the mothership core out, but the Stalker will be out just in time, and a very nice wall off.
Yeah, I just want to shout out tnerb here. That is a sick Sim City with this. It's actually a tight wall in the front, so Zerglings could only get in through the gaps in the minerals in the back of the Protoss's main here. Otherwise, that Nexus is totally safe. That's a really cool Sim City. Really like that from tnerb. It's not going to be really doing anything this game because NeuralisK isn't going for like a really fast speedling flood or anything like that. But still really like that kind of play. If you're not going to wall at your ramp, this is definitely the way to do it.
Yeah, and especially with 1 sentry or 1 stalker behind that beautiful wall, you can get a decent amount of damage done before you're actually surrounded. But it looks like maybe tnerb is going to be posturing to get some damage done. The probe heading across the map. At first I thought the mothership core, but it was not. And just going to scout, checking for the 3rd. I like this from tnerb, being cautious. And really, a Protoss in this position, you could be all-inning, but like a lot of other Protoss, just a very, very reactive. And so he's pretty much okay checking it off. No 3rd base yet. Okay, I can be safe. I can get up my tech that I want to do.
Yeah, he's got Warp Gate done now, but only 2 gateways completed to transform. Go ahead and throw down 2 more gates. I'd really like to see just a full committal here. I think that'll do pretty well. Since he's got these 2 early sentries, just save up some energy. But that I haven't seen that at a tnerb ever. All I've ever seen is like kind of a tech opening, like a DT Oracle type of opening.
Wait, have you seen him in previous games or only the past 2?
Oh, I've seen him last season and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the guy you were saying before you've never seen, and I was like,
no,
yeah,
that
the
was
last
Martin.
2 games.
Yeah. I think I actually had to play tnerb last season in the round of 16 or the round of 32, and I beat him. I think I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on that. But
I think I may have casted that actually. Now that you say that, but for NeuralisK here, looks like he is choosing to go Roach War and does have a nice creep spread beginning to start and is getting out his lair. Now, I mean, this is pretty indicative of just a Roach push, but it's not really incredibly late, but it's late enough. I wonder why. Late enough, I don't know why he just wouldn't go for that third base instead of sticking on 2 base like it seems like he is for a little while.
yeah, this is a really conservative play out of NeuralisK for a ZVP. This is the matchup where that third is generally safe to be taken pretty early on.
Yeah.
Unless the Protoss goes for like a really fast like 1 gas timing with like the 7 gate, a really fast 4 gate, or Zealot Immortal, something like that. But for the most part, your third is really safe to take, and he's only just now going to take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is only just now taking it, and he could have taken it a lot earlier now because there has been no aggression out of tnerb. Now, obviously, NeuralisK he doesn't actually have a ton of map control here. He's got a little bit on the third base of tnerb, but really, as a Zerg player, you say, okay, he's not gonna do a Sentry Immortal all-in. He's not doing a Zealot Sentry all-in. I mean, you can be a pretty greedy Zerg player if that is the case, and then pump out a lot of Hydras, a lot of Roaches if you're safe and play it well. But so far, both players are being incredibly passive.
Yeah, I actually did just look it up. I did not play tnerb. I played a bunch of other Protosses.
I just remember casting you play a Protoss.
Well, last season I only played Protoss until the round of 4 where I lost to Terran It Up. That was all ZVP. I didn't have a single other match. It was just all ZVP and then a ZVT that I lost. But enough about me. NeuralisK finally getting that third sort of up and running. It's almost done here. Going for Roach Speed +1. I'm worried that if he doesn't get a whole lot done with these Roaches, his lack of drones is going to really come back and hurt him. He's actually down on workers to the Protoss right now. And while he is creeping up the Protoss' standard third base, tnerb is getting out Immortals, and he has a lot of sentries for force fields. I'm really worried that NeuralisK isn't going to be able to get anything done. At the very least, he's not going to be able to attack into the Protoss.
Yeah, there is so many sentries here. That is 8 sentries. No Immortal yet. The Immortal right there just popped, though, but 8 sentries are going to do a lot. It looks like NeuralisK doing kind of what he did in the first match we saw, but actually getting Pathogen Glands and going for Infestors. Now, Roach Infestor, I feel like what we're seeing out of him is him saying, okay, I have kind of my own unique style, and I do it well, and I'm trying to do it, but it hasn't quite paid off, and especially, at least right now for NeuralisK, he even sees the entire army of tnerb out of position, and this actually may go really well, and may be able to capitalize on it and take a lot of force fields out.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that, Dronok, but when tnerb went to go take his third and take out NeuralisK Overlord, he actually accidentally A-clicked his probe that was building the Nexus.
Oh,
so he killed his own probe.
Yeah, he had a changeling with the army too, but Roaches are going to get into the natural. Now, there is 2 cannons doing a lot of damage, but these Roaches are saying, no, we cannot have a robo facility get up, and will they get it? They do barely snipe it. Even the Photon Overcharge is down. That is not, it is a lot of damage done, but at least it was not to the economy, and tnerb already has 1 Immortal. And as I was saying, 8 sentries can do a lot, but in kind of in the middle of the map, at least in the bottom, tnerb is getting a nice scout off into NeuralisK and pretty much spots everything. Hopefully he will get something of the Infestors, as I say that he does not, but... That's it's an interesting play. You know, I was kind of saying I feel like maybe NeuralisK because he's trying to do a specific style that works for him well, but we haven't quite seen him work yet.
Yeah, if NeuralisK can actually get out his units, I don't think he should attack at this point.
Beautiful creep spread.
Yeah, he's got like fantastic, phenomenal, amazing creep spread right now. That's really great. But he just doesn't have the army. He's only at 42 army supply. And that's like basically all Roaches. He's got a couple Queens out on the map, but it's all Roaches right now, and he's only got 16 of them. Like, that's nothing for this many Stalkers with 1/1 and an Immortal with force fields. I mean, tnerb is in the lead right now. They're both on the same number of bases as soon as tnerb's third actually finishes. We'll see. NeuralisK needs to like really get his macro in gear. Actually, researching Neural Parasite for his Infestors. That is a really interesting decision.
Yeah,
Not sure if that's even going to work for him. There's not many units really worth neural parasiting here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely trying to do something cheeky here. One thing, as you've said a little bit before, NeuralisK players playing conservatively. Does actually look like NeuralisK will be going out and taking a fourth base in gas. But I feel like NeuralisK could probably be on 5 bases by now. Just he's playing very passively and has a fantastic creep spread, which should give him enough time to do some stuff. An observer is sniped in the middle, and right now he's moving out. But this is only 15 roaches. 15 roaches are not going to do much versus this army here. Maybe kill a stalker, but even that I kind of doubt. It's interesting play from NeuralisK, and now he's moving out. He does have 6 infestors, and let's see how he uses those.
Yeah, he's got 6 infestors, but none of which have enough energy quite yet. They're all about to hit that 100 energy mark. There they go. So now all of those have a neural parasite, but I think Fungal would be the better use here. He just doesn't have the army to back this up. The force fields completely negate most of the roaches, and that Fungal is really nice. He's catching a lot of this army. That's a fantastic engagement from NeuralisK. Actually not losing too many roaches here for killing a large chunk of the Protoss army. And a lot of the sentries have used up their energy now, and that's almost it for force fields here as NeuralisK keeps pushing in.
There was so many sentries, and they did get a nice force field, but they were not able to force field units in, which they desperately needed to do to get rid of stuff. Now the infestors will be dropping some infested Terran, which we'll see if they can get any damage done, pretty quickly getting taken out. But one of the immortals is down. tnerb is down to 2 immortals, which isn't super great, especially with stalkers versus roaches. But the entire roach army was killed with NeuralisK. NeuralisK is on the run. He has been routed. There is these 4 infestors left. That's not going to... But we'll see how he's going to really come off this. More roaches are coming out. A Hydralisk Den is coming down, but I feel like it's almost a little bit too late. He wanted that Hydralisk Den before that. He's at 2,000 minerals, 900, almost 1,000 gas.
Yeah, NeuralisK is playing this out really well, but the problem is it's so suboptimal. I mean, in modern ZVP right now, you should have already hit a maxed out Roach Hydra Viper timing, and then remaxed on Corruptors, and then hit with Broodlords. Right now, that's what should be happening if you're able to execute that optimally. And that would have just absolutely shredded tnerb if he pulled that off. But the observers here in position, these burrowed roaches are going to get owned if they stay there. NeuralisK has to run.
NeuralisK has to retreat into the 3rd base, but he's actually going to lead tnerb's army into that Hydralisk Den, most likely. tnerb's Mothership Core also will get that out, but it looks like, does he barely spot the creep? Oh, let me hit one. He does spot the creep of that 5th base in the bottom left-hand corner, but will he react to it? Not yet. It doesn't look like. And actually, wow, 4 infestors. NeuralisK almost got sniped right there. tnerb could do a lot of damage here. A decent fungal onto tnerb from NeuralisK, but NeuralisK just has so little, but actually a very nice concave for him, killing a lot here. The Mothership Core is not in position to be able to teleport out. He will lose an immortal. That one last immortal is actually probably going to lose his 2nd immortal here, and that was actually a huge swing for NeuralisK.
Yeah, that is fantastic by NeuralisK there, just buying barely enough time to get out a remaxed army here. Reset up army, not quite maxed, with the Hydras and Roaches here to fight off this Stalker and Immortal army. The Hydras do so well against
2 health immortal, Stalker, and a 2 health immortal.
Yeah, and these Stalkers are on fantastic upgrades. tnerb already on 3-1, whereas NeuralisK is just now on 2-1. So Protoss got the nice upgrade lead, but he does have 2 Colossi at home with Templar, with Storm, waiting for NeuralisK. So I think his big swing is going to come across the map, and I think he's about to run into a brick wall.
Yep, NeuralisK thought he was in a fantastic position, but the High Templars are kind of going into enemy territory. He's forced to turn them into Archons so he doesn't lose them, but yes, the entire army is destroyed. NeuralisK has a 1 infestor, Lone Boy kind of hanging out in the middle of the map, but for now it looks like tnerb expanded with 4th base. Both players, even though that was aggressive, I feel like have been playing so kind of passively, but tnerb finally getting his aggression on, having his Stalkers in the front instead of the Colossus going in front, and these observers getting a very nice angle is actually going to come in. There's not going to be a base where he'd ideally want it, but he's denied so much creep, even though NeuralisK got a fantastic creep spread. A lot of his micro was going into that, and now it's kind of, yes, it's not necessarily backfiring on him, but he's losing that investment that he did as a Zerg player.
And NeuralisK actually built 6 Vipers, which is just a massive investment. And now he's totally eaten up his gas bank, and he was only able to rebuild a smattering of Roach and Hydra. So now he has all these Vipers, but he has nothing to pull into. He's got 9 Roaches down here with 7 Hydras. That is his army currently ready to fight. He's got more on the way, but that is what he has right this second, and that is not enough to take out what tnerb has.
Yeah, tnerb has a fantastic army here. There is 6 Vipers, but there's not the ground army to really actually make these Vipers be any useful. Looks like they're going to try to abduct something, but there's nothing to kill it. I feel like that was honestly just a complete waste.
Yep. Double abduct, triple
she may
abduct.
Get that, but that was 3 abducts right there.
That was kind of goofy by NeuralisK, but I mean, at least he's making the Vipers do something. But he's supply block now at 175 supply. He just needs to round out his supply, get some more overlords, which he's doing here, make it 5. Max out this army before you go attack. I mean, if this is your planned tech, like, make it happen before you're out on the map and exposed to this Protoss army. Some bad storms and feedbacks on this army, and NeuralisK is going to be toast.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. A couple pulls. 3 pulls, actually. All the Colossus. There is no storms, though, because those were on the Vipers. A couple of Blinding Clouds do go down on the Immortals. Both Immortals will have to retreat along with the Archon. Archon on so little health will be taken out. There's 2 more Colossus, but NeuralisK is a decent, actually, concave here. NeuralisK actually going out of his own Blinding Clouds, though. Another Colossus taken out. Some nice pulls. Those feedbacks were good. I would have liked to have seen storms out of them, but for now, NeuralisK is kind of pulling back. But I think that was honestly... If NeuralisK can remax off of this, which he's not super doing that well, only 7 Hydralisks and 8 Roaches, but he did snipe that semi-4th, pseudo-5th base right there for tnerb.
Yeah, he needs to throw down another hatchery and get some more larvae going. His queen in the main base actually is full on energy, and his injects are falling way behind. He's actually way down on larva right now, and it's costing him. He can't max out. And he's even on supply with the Protoss, and he's going to be able to keep trading decently since he keeps his Vipers mostly alive. It's just, you should be in a much better position here, and I mean, same goes for tnerb, but I just, as a Zerg player, it really hurts me that NeuralisK is like 50-60 supply, constantly down to where he should be. And these fights shouldn't be these even trades. They should be complete stomps with the Vipers and a huge Roach Hydra ball below.
Yeah, one of the issues with NeuralisK, though, is he hasn't really had in a lot of these fights that huge Roach Hydra ball. As you were saying before, a little bit goofy, pulling a Colossus, just like, wait, no, don't leave. No, don't leave. Stay back. And will snipe those, but he does not quite have that Roach Hydra ball. He's kind of gaining it up now, but he's still not. Actually, he's maxed as I say that, but it's not really maxed on properly what he wants for this. It's just a strange composition so far, a strange game, but I'd also like to point out how you were saying with Zerg, watching him and kind of being pain. As a Protoss player myself, I know you used to play Protoss, but looking at that and just being like, oh, come on, tnerb, some of the micro stuff, he's doing better in this game, though, and I'm a little bit scared, though, for NeuralisK just because of how many High Templars. 5 High Templars full on Storm, and actually NeuralisK's army is actually going to be out of position here, and possibly tnerb's going to be able to flank and cut it off from the main army, or cut it off from reinforcements.
Yeah, the Vipers out of position. They're all going down to the Stalkers. That is absolutely awful. This army has lost a lot of strength now as the Colossus and the Storms soaking the Hydras and Roaches. NeuralisK needs to buy more time. Just don't take this engagement. Oh no, another huge storm. tnerb getting that nice pickup on the Vipers. That is almost a killing blow. Like, it's not quite game because NeuralisK has such a large army still standing. But man, that hurts. That is another 600 gas and a whole lot of pulls and automatic damage to the Colossi that just isn't going to happen now.
Yeah, 3 more Vipers on the way, but now there is very few feedbacks and no storms. A very nice concave from NeuralisK. He's actually going to take out 2 Colossi, 1 Colossi left. Both High Templar, or all 4 High Templars are going to Archons, but there's a lot of Stalkers here in the 1 Colossus, but actually that Colossus will be sniped here. No Mothership Core to teleport back, and a kind of awkward Colossus on the left-hand side. Will not be with the main Stalker force, but these Stalkers will have to retreat. Stalkers are at 2-3 upgrades, or sorry, 3-2 upgrades, the same as NeuralisK, and sadly, actually 2 Colossi are going to get sniped because they're not quite going the right direction. Dang.
Yeah, tnerb not keeping up with his macro there. He got such a good engagement picking off the Vipers and was able to just keep working on that army that he wasn't warping in the correct units, and his Colossi were exposed to the Roaches and Hydras. I mean, you can't lose those Colossi when there's no Vipers to cancel them out, no Corruptors to swoop in and shoot them. I mean, you just got to pull them back. And I think part of that is he's emphasizing his Stalkers so heavily, but he isn't really utilizing the blink micro like he could be. It's like we were saying during the break that tnerb heard from Rain that you don't need micro when your macro is good enough, but the problem is that his macro isn't good enough. You have to be blinking with these Stalkers to make them really cost effective, but he's not doing that. They're just kind of being lame Stalkers, pew-pewing at the Roaches and Hydras. You want the Zealots to tank for the Colossi, and that's really a damage done. And now there's more Vipers out in the field, and this army, I think, might be in trouble from tnerb.
Yeah, this army is a little bit in trouble, actually, from NeuralisK, I think. The Colossus will be nice pulls, though. Both Colossus will be sniped. Archons are in the back, not how he wants it. Blinding Clouds on all in the army. Literally, tnerb cannot do anything here, and he's losing so much Archons here, but a huge Zealot warping on the back. May actually be able to clean this up. Another Colossi, but there is another abduct if it's going to happen here. Looks like will abduct it. Don't be able to snipe this, but the army was killed from NeuralisK, and like you were saying before, just or like you were saying for NeuralisK, maybe his injects aren't that great. He's a huge bank though, so it's like he's got all his resources except for Larva, which is so vital here, and he's even gonna lose the because of these DTs. There is not a overseer anywhere as far as I can see, and that's gonna take it out. But like you were saying, just yeah, I mean, he's lost 29 workers. He's got a fantastic bank a minute ago, but now that bank's pretty much gone, and he's actually trying to go Greater Spire into Broodlords because of his Corruptors, but I mean, he doesn't have the gas to do it. His economy's hurting really badly.
Away the army.
And I'd just like to say, I mean, tnerb has been playing how the Zerg should be playing here, just like expanding, and he's done it slowly but very confidently, because he's just like, I mean, 30 minutes into the game, I should be on this many bases, but a Zerg 30 minutes in the game should be on 8, 9 bases and all like taking out a lot of the map. But kind of, I feel like NeuralisK for so long got a big bank, he did not feel like he needed to expand.
Yeah, this is kind of a troubling situation for NeuralisK. He's so low on economy, his gas income is just pitiful. DTs are absolutely ravaging his best bases. Yeah, wait, 49 drones.
How many kills did that one DT? Dang it, that one DT didn't. I thought that DT had all 49. I'm like, I want to see what that DT's called. They got like the little titles underneath them.
Yeah, that was dang, man, absolutely monstrous. NeuralisK is just in trouble now. His economy is in shambles. He's down to 27 drones. Being down to that few drones is okay if you're maxed out and you have a huge bank to fall back on. But now these Corruptors they're not Broodlords, which is what they want to be right now. Beautiful storms here. The pulls are nice, but the Zealots are right on top of the army, so they can't even focus the Colossi. Now NeuralisK's army is just evaporating.
That pull actually right there helped tnerb getting his Colossi out of the Blinding Cloud, but GG NeuralisK calls, and GG calls. There's still a couple Corruptors, but tnerb takes game 1.
Back. This is Iron Fortress, the Ladder Edition. In our ZVP, possibly the last night map of the night for this player in the bottom left. It is the Red Zerg NeuralisK. Hoping to bring it back here.
I'm always curious what the Tournament Edition looks like, but this is the ladder, as you were saying, and in the top left-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player, representing himself, currently up 1 game. It is the one, the only, tnerb. Or tnerb, or the nerd. I kind of just want to say the nerd. The nerd. Nerd is moving out with his nerdy forces.
Yeah, NeuralisK actually going out for that really fast scout, but he went in totally the wrong direction. Still not finding the Protoss. He's going to finally go head up to the top left. Maybe planning a cheese here. Love to see a proxy hatch out of him. I think that's like legitimately a good strategic play in this matchup, especially in a best of series. And when you're down a game and your mindset's suffering, a nice, quick, dirty win against the dirty Protoss villain can actually do wonders for your mindset.
I'm very insulted by that. Do not call my race dirty. We are very cleanly people. We use psychic stuff. I don't even know how we talk. It just happens. But yeah, looks like NeuralisK will be doing that proxy hatch. And will tnerb spot it? tnerb does have a very nice wall, though. I will give him that. Every time, he's just, boom, very nice wall.
Yep, he's going for that same nice Sim City here around his main. Yeah, there's the proxy hatch. We'll see maybe like a Burrow Roach play, that early gas. He could just focus it on speed and just go for mass ling. Sometimes you see Burrow Roach. I love the Burrow Roach version of this because it's so annoying to a Protoss that's on a low economy. They don't have any detection besides cannons usually, and there's no forge down for tnerb. So that could really cause some problems.
Yeah, it could definitely cause tnerb a lot of problems. He will get one Zealot out, but it's not really going to be going in the right direction. Won't spot this hatch till it's too late. And there's already 4-lings on the way, and those 4-lings actually going to come back like, crap, we should scout for proxy. Okay, we're good. We're going to go to the other side of the map. And wait, did tnerb just scout that right there? He did not scout that at all. One probe is actually just taking a very long distance around his base, but the Mothership Core will be coming out now. And the longer tnerb does not scout this, the more great it's going to be for him, for not Kamatiazo, my bad, for NeuralisK right here. For some reason, Kamatiazo came to my mind when I was looking for a player name.
Yeah, there's the Roach Warren is on the way for NeuralisK. There's the 4 Zerglings getting a surround on the probe there, pick it off. And they're going to pick up this pylon on the low ground, and tnerb is going to be in trouble. He's got the Robo facility down. Might be able to chrono out an Immortal or an Observer or something to help him out here, but the hatch is done, Queen started, and there's a Roach on the way in the base of the Protoss right now, and I believe tnerb is about to see what's happening. The creep is almost envisions. That probe goes out to build the forge, he's going to see it.
Yep, spots it right there in the Zealot. The probe's like, wait, what? No. But there's these 4 Lings working on the natural nexus of tnerb right here. He's getting attacked on all fronts, and the Roach is finally out. This Zealot needs a Mothership Core. It needs something to be able to push this back, but where did that Mothership Core go? Did he cancel it? Did he cancel his
There
Mothership?
is no Mothership Core.
He had it on the way, though, earlier. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
He canceled it to force out the Robo facility faster.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
really interesting.
He didn't actually scout the gas at that point, though. So there's only one Zealot out now. Finally, a Stalker, and the Zealot's desperately trying to micro. It's not quite going to happen, though. Zealot goes down. One Stalker does not beat a Roach. Sadly, Roaches do overpower that, and the Lings with that will overpower it. Actually, one Stalker does beat one Roach, I think, but for now, completely overpowered. The Immortal will be coming out, but I mean, I don't. It's just so much right here in this quick rush. The Immortal's going to have to be a hero.
But Spine Crawler moves into vision now, and it's going to be able to hammer away at the Robo facility and the Forge here. There are 2 cannons down and a second gateway on the way, but all that tnerb has is this Immortal and the Stalker, and now these Lings are going to be able to get a lot done. NeuralisK doesn't have Ling speed on the way yet, though, but he's in a fantastic position to take this already.
Finally, the Mothership Core is out, but it has not been out for a very long time, so it will not have the Photon Overcharge. The Immortal barely gets out of there, kills a lot of other things. There's now 2 cannons ready, but there will not be in range of the Spine Crawler, where the Spine Crawler is in range of the Robo and this Immortal. Immortal has to be very, very careful from the Queen, but tnerb cannot afford to lose either of these units right here.
Oh, NeuralisK doesn't target the Immortal.
I totally thought both were going to get killed. I was totally like, this is it. No, Immortal, I
come out. I think they're gonna get that Immortal, but
no, he's gonna come to the cannons. Come on, Immortal. Come on.
So close, so close. That Immortal is scuttling away for dear life.
Oh, no! He did find the pylon. Go into the cannons. There's now another Immortal just almost done, but it needs to be chronoed. It will probably get out, but you got to be very, very careful with that. There's now two Roaches in the back of tnerb's base, and they are going on these probes. Finally, the Immortal gets out. Immortal will be able to deal with 1 Queen and 1 Roach, but actually is going to come back. There is almost a Photon Overcharge, only 6 energy away, and tnerb needs to do that instantly. Meanwhile, by the way, at the back in the left-hand base of NeuralisK, he's not expanded, not done much, but he is going for his second natural hatch right now. He's got a lot of damage purely in the denying of the natural, even though he did kill a Immortal 5 probes, but most of it's just denying so much stuff from tnerb.
Targeting the Mothership Core, that's not what you want to be targeting there. The 1 Queen goes down and the 2nd Queen's getting targeted here. It's not going to get much. There's a bunch of Lings about to pop out. There'll be 12 of them, but as soon as these units fall back to the cannons, they're going to be safe.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Normally you see the Zerg player of the Spine Crawler they retreat onto, but in this case it's actually the cannons. This is, how many? Oh, crap, hit the wrong hotkey. No, 8 Lings right now, and Burrow is almost done. This is going to be huge, allowing a lot of these units to be able to heal a bit faster, and tnerb just defending right here will keep coming onto these cannons. He's eventually probably going to be able to take on this hatch. Another Queen is on the way, but the natural base is about halfway done for NeuralisK, and he's doing quite well. He's even getting metabolic boost.
Yeah, NeuralisK, I'm just really worried about him. He's kind of running out of steam here. He didn't inject that hatchery enough, and now it's going down. The proxy is done. Broodlings come out, get some little tickling down on the Zealots and the Immortal.
Could you control Broodlings?
Yeah, you can control the Broodlings.
Oh, okay.
For the few seconds they come out. Now, tnerb is headed out across the map, and he can get a lot done. He actually has a recall with the Mothership Core. If he just moves across the map, he should be able to just kill NeuralisK, I think, is kind of the situation we're in here.
I actually completely agree with you. I was going to kind of say before when that was going down as he took out that natural hatch. Now, the problem is that he has not killed the Immortal. I mean, even though he denied the natural, he forced out a really quick Robo-Ban. I mean, a quick Immortal is going to do wonders versus army. There is going to be a Spine Crawler trying to get up in 3 Roaches, but even 1 Immortal can, with decent micro, actually kill 3 Roaches.
Yeah, there's a lot of speedlings out now, which will help, but tnerb is this game is in his hands right now, and he just needs to not lose it here. NeuralisK is so low on drones, though. He's still only on 16. This is a really painful.
23 probes of tnerb, which isn't a ton, but only on 1 base it is a lot.
Yeah, nice Ling run by here from NeuralisK to do a little bit of shenanigans, but. The roaches try and burrow. They're just dying though, and now NeuralisK taps out, and that is the end of his ASL run.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.